Oh, wow, I didn't see that one.
The Saints are coached by Trey Green. The Knights are coached by Jamal Hall. The Saints will be in the away blue. And of course, the Knights will be on ball.
What a play after play after play. There it is.
And she is taking over on that.
He's got a lot of room to run. The greatest conference in the country is showing out tonight, gentlemen. Wow.
Home run.
That's number 1 on SportsCenter right there.
Daquan Davis into the paint, and he puts it in for a 2-point lead. Your WCAC champions.
Welcome to Game 1 of the Behan Strong Invitational, and thanks for joining us and supporting Pat Behan in his courageous and inspirational fight against ALS. If you're watching this, do not be afraid to go to behanstrong.com, or you can hit that QR code up on the top right and join the fight and be Behan Strong. We are here for Pat today, so let's make a difference. Alongside Evan David, Frank Hanrahan, we are at the Joe Gallagher Gymnasium on the campus of St. John's. We've got St. Mary's, a battle of St. Mary's. St. Mary's Ryken, the Knights, and the St. Mary's Saints. And Evan, we're expecting an up and down game and a lot of three-point attempts here.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a good one. You're going to see a really fast pace going on, a lot of threes being put up, and I think the game is really going to be won in transition. And look out for Big Boy 25 right there.
So we've got the St. Mary's Ryken in the white, St. Mary's of Annapolis in the blue, as we're all set to go. A lot of basketball coming at you this afternoon here from St. John's in Washington, D.C. And the tip, and we are underway. And, of course, we're going to have to redo the tip. That's how it goes sometimes. Everybody's getting warmed up on this chilly Saturday afternoon in D.C. And we're off and running as looks like the Knights in the running against that man-to-man defense on the cut. Oh, nice curl move and in for the first two of the afternoon. 2-zip early going for the Knights, and both teams picking up man-to-man defensively. See what the Saints do offensively. The old flex. Did you ever run the flex in high school?
Yeah.
The old flex offense. Shot clock is at 10. Two-man game up top. Shot clock is at 5. Nice spin move with the left hand.
Wow.
Beautiful shot. 2-2. And like you said, quickly up the other end-to-end transition. Trying to find the mismatch. Step back three, that's off the mark. And it is tracked down by St. Mary's of Annapolis.
Don't expect him to miss that too much.
Another three the other way.
Wow.
You're absolutely right. A lot of threes going down. The Saints up 5-2, 6:46 left here in the first quarter. Again, both teams playing man-to-man. Shot clock probably will not be an issue. We got a whistle, and our first foul of the game baseline for St. Mary's Ryken, their possession. But here you go, a little dribble drive and a nice lay in with the left hand.
Number 15 there, Mason, you're going to see him shooting mainly threes tonight. He has multiple games this season with a few threes at least. He shoots them at a pretty decent clip.
15 on the shot clock for St. Mary's Ryken. A little crab dribble into the paint. Nice offensive putback is good. 5-4. Sometimes you got to get that body on the box out. Another three. This one comes off. They got numbers if they want. A fast break opportunity. There's another three. And that one goes down from the right corner.
Bryce Williams, that might be their best player right there. He can really shoot from deep.
7-5 Knights on top of the Saints, Battles of St. Mary's. Nice step back three, and you're exactly right. It's just going to be a three-point contest, it looks like, here this afternoon. But what I like is there's no hesitation, right? You get the ball behind the arc, and you're just going to jack it. Don't think about it, just shoot it.
Yeah, that guy, 12, he also has had multiple games this year with multiple threes. I think he had a game earlier this year with 4 threes.
Shot clock's at 9. Another three from the left wing. That one goes down. Beautiful shot from that left wing. Bryce Williams knocks it in. Actually, that's not Bryce Williams, but Gavin Johnson knocking in the three. I'm getting my St. Mary's mixed up. 8-7. On the skip. Defense is hounding. Another three the other way. That comes off long. Maybe a fast break opportunity here. Thinking three again. On the skip. Jab step. Good trespass across the way. With the left hand off the glass. Beautiful shot that goes down.
Is that Gavin Johnson?
That was Ari Hobson getting in there with that left hand. You know, you're right. It's Gavin Johnson. I'm getting my numbers screwed up early. 4.5 left first quarter. 10-7, Saints leading the Knights. Cutter, jumper is good. That was nicely done by Miller. Gets it to and quickly the other way on the lay-in. And the Knights don't get back on defense, and the Saints make them pay.
This might be a very high-scoring game with the pace that's going on right now.
12-9. Saints on top. We got a whistle. Knocked out of bounds. Possession for the Knights. But you're right. This pace, very fast, very furious. Both teams want to get up and down and shoot threes. The game always changing. Shot clock at 16. Again, man-to-man defense by the Saints. Ryken with possession. 8 on the shot clock. Miller, lob down, and we got a whistle. And holding on the big fella.
Yeah, not much you can do about that one right there.
So possession baseline left. Shot clock reset to 20. 3:42 left. Oh, quick throw in. Breakdown defensively, and the Knights cut the lead to 1.
Looked like they were running some sort of zone there. No one was on. Was that Miller down there?
Yep. Hounding defensively by Ryken, trying to step up the tempo. Another three from the left wing. That comes off. Offensive rebound. Great power dribble and 2. As the Saints push that lead up to 3. Noah Semi with the lay-in. Too easy down low, but the big fella misses it. Nice bounce pass ahead. 2-on-1. Got numbers. Sailing in for the lay-in is Gavin Johnson. And the lead is up to 5. 16-11 under 3 to play here in the first quarter. Another turnover. Got numbers. I think St. Mary's Ryken may call a timeout here if this is converted. It is.
Gosh. That's Gavin Johnson's 3rd bucket of the night. He's starting to get hot.
Yeah, he's feeling it.
Heard they call him Agent G.
And for good reason. It's a tough shot. Lays it in. I'm surprised Ryken's not calling a timeout. Down by 7 here early in this first quarter. Three-point conversion is good. Largest lead of the game right now, 19-11.
Ryken's offense looks a little uncomfortable in the half court. I think they're going to need to settle down a bit.
Little 1-2-2 full court press. Ryken handles it. Now back into a zone off of that full court press. Left wing, 3 ball. That runs long. Got to be impressed by the Saints. They do get it and go. There is no hesitation. There's falling back to the man-to-man. Shot clock at 18. Good defense by the Knights. Off the curl, another three from distance. That comes off the mark. Ari Hobson, who just checked in. Wide open lay, and that cannot be converted. We're under 2 minutes left, first quarter. Tough one with the left hand, that one, and we got a whistle going up.
Yeah, I might have gotten away with.
So Johnson's going to shoot two. But you're right, so far it's Gavin Johnson's show here in this first quarter. And what's interesting is his ability to take and use his left hand. He does that a lot, even though he's a right-handed shooter.
Yeah, he's a bit of a three-level scorer. You're going to see him get into some mid-range action maybe as they start playing more on his drives, or maybe he'll pull up for a three-pointer at some point. Looked like he was hunting for a shot last possession.
1 and 2 for Johnson. Leads up to 9. And St. Mary's Ryken trying to find their footing here early. Again, that 1-2-2 full court press on the skip.
Yeah, with the short bench, you got to wonder if they're going to get tired at some point of that press.
Shot clock's at 13. Trying to figure out how to attack this zone. Double teamed, in trouble. Ball fake 3, dribble, drive, kick out. Shot clock at 2, got to get it off. And they're not going to. That's a shot clock violation. So good defensive stand there by the Saints. I always like it when coaches mix up their defenses.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of different looks here from St. Mary's Annapolis.
Oh, Johnson, stop and pop. Nope. And it is saved by the Knights, but back to the Saints. We got a fresh 30. Another triple from the right wing. That's in and out. Good box out.
He's going to shoot that one every time.
I love it. No hesitation. On the skip. Extra pass. Good look for 3. That runs way off the mark. And under a minute left here, first quarter. 20-11. Johnson out top. Ryken's been playing that man-to-man defense entire first 8 minutes. Shot clock at 12. There's Johnson wide open for 3. Doesn't get it to go. They can hold for 1 if they want. Arthur Riggs out top. Double team. Nifty maneuvers. 10 seconds left in the quarter for 3. That's off the mark. They got time if they want. They got to go. 5 to play. 1 extra look. They'll get one off from Johnson at the buzzer. And that's no good. So after 1 quarter of play, 20-11. It's a really good start for the Saints.
Yeah, with Johnson kind of cooling off there at the end of the first quarter, you got to wonder who they're going to look to if he can't manage to get hot again.
Today's entire broadcast is powered by the generous support of Automatic Sports, the DMV's leading game film, live streaming, and highlight providers for over 15 years. Check them out at automaticsports.com. Of course, their partner, First Amendment Sports, has been in Pat's corner since day one and bringing the stories of our area's top student athletes to light. We also want to thank Capital Hoops for their tremendous support. Check them out at capitalhoops.com, where you'll find tons of highlights and news about the DMV's hoops scene. So 1 quarter in the books, 20-11. If you're St. Mary's Ryken, what are you going to do or try to do differently here in this second quarter?
Well, I think St. Mary's has had a lot of success driving to the rim and getting to the free throw line, so I would maybe take a page out of St. Mary's Annapolis book and try and run a zone or bait some three-pointers. You saw Gavin Johnson chuck up 3 shots there at the end, which all missed the mark, so you want to just switch something up on defense here, maybe be a little more aggressive, push them off the line.
Start of the second quarter. Gavin Johnson, who had a big first quarter with the basketball, looking for help, finds it. Ezra Rich with the basketball. Got a whistle. I think a reach-in foul. Possession for the Saints. The 9-point lead. 7:46 left here, second quarter. First of 4 games here at the Behan Strong Invitational. Johnson, tightly guarded, fights through the double team. Rich, looking for the high screen roll, only got 5 on the shot clock. Nice crossover, step through, and he got bailed out with the whistle. See, that's where defensively you don't have to reach, you don't have to push down, just staying strong. That's why you always see the coaches say, straight up.
Yeah, keep your arms up.
Keep them up. Yep. So that was a foul on Frenchie. Gets whistled for the foul, so 2 free throws coming up for Rich, trying to add to this lead and push it into double digits. And they do, 21-11.
I'm curious where big man 25 is right now, why he's not in the game.
One more coming. Knocks them both down, leads up to 11, 22-11. Again, that trapping zone defense. Going full court by the Saints. And they fall back to, looks like a matchup zone. So they really are mixing up their defenses. Oh, nice spin move in the lane. Can't get it to fall down. And again, the Saints looking to push. Rich on the kick to Williams. Nice touch pass. Draws a double. Baseline. Oh, nice shovel pass. That should be N1. Wow. It is. Nicely done. Noah Cerny hitting Chisholm, who gets the hack, and the +1 coming up. It's a nifty athletic pass there.
Yeah, got it right under the defender.
And right now, if you're Ryken, you are in a bit of a danger zone, trailing by 13.
Yeah, and they're still not going to their big man off the bench, and they've actually downsized in size here. Got to wonder, maybe they're looking for some more three-point shooting to cut that deficit.
So the lead is up to 14, 25-11. And I think these defensive adjustments by the Saints has really thrown a wrench into Ryken's offensive ideas. There's a 3 from the left wing. Sometimes when you're down by 15, you don't have to get it all back in one shot, right?
Yeah.
That felt like a bit of a force.
Lots of time left on the clock.
Ball's batted around. Quickness here. Another, careful.
Wow. He might have got away with trouble there. Whoa.
Nice finish. That was beautiful. Aiden Blackwell gets in the mix and cuts the lead to 12, 25-13. Back the other way. Ezra Rich. And that's a foul. That's a push.
Yeah. Ryken's aggressive here on defense, but that aggression is a little uncontrolled, and it's turning into a lot of fouls here. There's a big foul discrepancy between the two teams here.
Baseline right, inbounding. Good defense. Little old school hook shot, and it goes down. Noah Semi had a nice assist earlier, now finishes with the right hand. Pumps the lead back up to 14. Get another 2-3 matchup zone. So St. Mary's of Annapolis started man-to-man, and they've been mixing and matching their defenses. Little runner from the right wing, left wing, tough from Blackwell. So he's got back-to-back buckets.
Yeah, watch out for Blackwell. He can get hot fast, and once he starts getting those drives down, he's going to start shooting threes, and they're not going to stop coming.
27-15, 5:20 left here, second quarter. And stepping out of bounds, and let's see a little run. Kind of feel the momentum shifting a little bit to the Knights. There's that ball fake finish. That is not an easy shot.
No, it was almost over the backboard.
Because you got to adjust your weight and your body in the air. and floated in, which Blackwell did. Nicely done, 27-15. Again, now the 1-2-2 zone defense with the big fella out top in semi. Shot clock's at 10. And that's what they get out of it, a turnover. That's what they want. Numbers the other way, 3-on-2. Semi. And a reach-in foul. That was actually a good foul. I'm not sure if it's in the act of shooting or will they say that he was putting it down. Riggs got whistled, and they are going to say 2 shots.
Yeah, interesting there. I didn't really think 12 was going up with it, but not down there.
Seemed like he gathered it, so they get 2 free throws. These rims look soft. I like the soft rims.
Yeah, great for shooters.
Right?
Although we haven't really seen too many three-point baskets made thus far.
Yeah, give credit to the Saints. They were jacking them early, but then they started to see that there was space and they could utilize it. Second one's no good. We got a loose ball foul on St. Mary's. So I like when offenses take what the defense gives them, right? So even if you have an identity of shooting threes all the time, at least, hey, we have the threat of trying to take it inside, and that's what the Saints have done here in the second quarter. 28-15 as we approach 4 minutes left in this first half. Again, zone defense by the Saints. And you can sort of sense when the Knights can't get out to run and they're slowed down, that's a problem. On the kick, power dribble, strong lay-in. Nicely done from Eli Miller. Gets up high and scores. Back the other way, baseball. Answers with 2.
That's
Easy.
his second bucket at the rim now.
30-17, Easy with the 2 points. Again, 3-2 zone. Here the coaching staff, get your hands up, keep them up. A little triple team action. Shot clock at 9. Penetration and swatted, but we got a loose ball foul. I think there's a reach in before. That was a big time block. I think they got Mason Susi with the foul.
Right off the backboard.
Yeah, that was nice. But they got the reach in, so 2 free throws coming up.
I like this from Ryken. They're getting to the rim more. I think they just had an attempt last possession, and now they're at the free throw line. Slow the game down a bit. The deficit's cutting a little bit. It's only an 11-point game if he makes this.
Yeah, for what we've seen so far, it feels like it should be a larger lead, but it's not. And a chance to get it to 11 can't convert. So still 12-point advantage for the Saints. Still man-to-man by the Knights. So we approach 3 minutes left here first half. Shot clock at 8. Big fella puts it on the deck, draws a double team for 3. Short, but that was a good offensive set. Just couldn't get it to go down. And quickly, let's see if the Knights can try to push and up the tempo. And there's a reach-in foul, and that's what you get when you put the defense on their heels.
Yeah, they're speeding up Annapolis here, and I think they're getting a little bit uncomfortable, especially on the offensive side.
I think they got Johnson for the reach-in foul, not over the limit. Easy checks back in. Ari Hobson's going to take a breather. Shot clock at 24 out of the inbound. Strong move again from Eli Miller, and the lead is down to 10.
Yeah, they're starting to really take it to the rack now, and it's converting to success for both teams, really.
Johnson will take it across the timeline. You can tell the pep in the step is there now for the Knights. Little clap of the hands defensively. Under 3 to play first half. Shot clock's at 10. Pulling the trigger for 3. Off the mark. Good rebound by the Knights, and here they come. Blocked by Easy. Big time block again. That's his second of the ball game. Almost turned it over to the Saints. Get it back. Oh, nice scoop pass, but he can't convert it. Can't corral it, so turned over.
Maybe would like to see a bounce pass there for your big fella. A little easier for him to handle. Go right up with the soft lay.
I think you're absolutely right. Coach Trey Quinn saying that may have been touched, but I think that's the right call. So again, Knights with a chance to cut that lead down to 7. Again, zone defense by the Saints. Miller spinning. He's been taken over in this quarter, but he can't get that one to fall. Oh, breakout the other way. Johnson, the lay-in, beautifully done. Yes.
That slow step.
It's one of those moves that did not exist when I was around.
No.
Make your defender run by you with that slow step. Almost turned over. 32-20, under 2 to play, second quarter. Amongst the trees, little bounce pass, reverse lay-in is good. Bryce Williams gets inside. We got a whistle. I'm not sure what the call was. Oh, it was on the inbounds, and that's a tough foul. 90 feet away, you get to go the distance and shoot some free throws.
Yeah, I think Bryce Williams was on the ground after that layup and might have tripped someone over.
So Chisholm Easy, the forward junior, will shoot 2 free throws. It's always interesting watching a game and the flow, how a certain team starts. They start getting some momentum, and then that momentum is stunted a little bit here by committing fouls and letting the Saints hit a couple of free throws, which he does, and then now the lead is back up to 12. So they had a chance to cut the lead to 7 just a couple possessions ago, and now they're down by double digits before halftime. Let's see if they can make a run here again. Matchup zone, kick out. Miller, the runner, got it. He's had a good second quarter.
Yeah, I think that's 6 points for him at the rim in the second quarter so far. He's really starting to turn on.
34-24. Well, they had Semi on the back door. Easy the distance. Good defense playing straight up. Numbers 3-on-2. The distance, layup, and it's almost blocked by Easy, but it scores. Pace picking up here in the last minute. Lead is down to 8. 34-26. 3 ball is good.
Yeah, those are going to start knocking down eventually there for Noah Chemi.
That was a big shot. 37-26. Nice lay-in conversion by the Knights.
You know, it seems like every time Ryken starts to take a little bit control of the game, Annapolis just comes back and shuts them down.
Yeah.
They're not really getting an opportunity here to make their mark on the floor.
Yeah, definitely got to be frustrating for the Knights. Each time they're right back within striking distance, you get a big 3, or you get a foul to put them at the charity stripe. So 53.5 seconds left, Knights basketball.
Yeah, Ryken's gone back to having their big man in the game, so you wonder if they're going to start going back to inside shots again. Maybe involve him a little bit in the offense.
Again, that switching up defenses by the Saints. 2-man game up top. Williams off to Miller. He's doubled. Bryce Williams into the lane. Tough left hand. And he gets fouled. He's going to shoot 2. Strong, aggressive move there. And he'll be shooting 2 free throws. He got pushed in the back. And did Bryce Williams, a sophomore, to shoot 2. 31 seconds left. And the Saints can hold for 1, basically.
Bryce Williams isn't going to be your microwave scorer that's going to score a bunch of points and burst for you, but he's going to control the game pretty well, and he's crafty with the ball, so continue to look out for him.
Misses both. That would have cut the lead under 9. Stays at 37-26.
Yeah, he's going to wish he had those back.
St. Mary's of Annapolis, The Saints can hold for one. Johnson going to hold it. Really about just a 1 second differential between game and shot clock. Johnson pull-up jumper, that's tough, runs off. Still time, 3, 2, got to shoot it at the buzzer. Not going to get it off. Does not count. 37-26. The Saints with the lead over the Knights. Thoughts on the first half?
I mean, the Saints are really controlling this game here. They're really getting to the line a bunch. And the three-pointers aren't really necessarily going down too much. You saw number 12 has, I think, 2 threes so far. He's always going to knock them down. But getting to that free throw line, they get to take advantage of the fact that, yeah, they're not knocking down their threes right now, but this is a very good group of shooters. And if they can get their buckets at the line, those single points are just going to start adding up, and you can see the score is pretty monstrous right now.
St. Mary's Saints leading the Knights of St. Mary's Ryken 37-26. We're going to take a halftime break, but as you check out the first half highlights, do not forget to click the QR code and join the fight. We're at the 2026 Behan Strong Invitational. We'll be back with the second half in just a few minutes. So we get set to start the second half. It is St. Mary's of Annapolis, the Saints, with a 37-26 lead over St. Mary's Ryken, the Knights out of Leonardtown. With Evan David, Frank Hanran courtside. Behan Strong Invitational. Of course, hit up that QR code to donate to behanstrong.com. It's Pat Behan and his Invitational as we support his fight against ALS. Second half is underway. Knights in the white, trailing by 11, and that's not what you want to do on your first possession out of the halftime.
No, they were being very aggressive with their passing in the end of the second half, too, and I'd like to see them calm down a little bit against this zone.
Man-to-man defense by the Knights against the Saints. 37-26. Oh, spin move. Oh, that would have been nice if he had gathered it. Turned over. Shot clock's at 20. Against a 2-3 zone. Miller going baseline. Tough off the window. Scores it. Cuts the lead down to 9.
Miller, a nice driver. He's going to continue to get to the rack, hopefully, for them.
Yeah, he's led the way for the Knights. That 3 comes off.
Oh, that was a deep one.
Opportunity here to cut this lead down even further. Bryce Williams up top. Surveying. Blackwell. Shot clock's at 12. Miller looking down low. Tough errant pass. Sometimes you get stuck in the air and you don't know what you're doing. Results in a turnover.
Yeah, turnovers keep hurting Ryken.
3 ball right wing, that's short. And again, another chance to trim that lead down even further. 37-28. Oh, Miller from way out. That's short. Big fella with the rebound. And they can reset. Shot clock at 20. Double. 10 to shoot. Ooh, little nifty dribble. Sweet lay-in, but he can't get it to fall. Numbers the other way, 3-on-1. You didn't have to do that.
Yeah.
Didn't have to do that. Should have gone straight up. As Hobson had the chance to just go right up with your left hand.
Yeah, Hobson, the talented freshman, he might not be settled too much into the game. I don't think he has a basket yet.
So the Knights, again, another opportunity to trim that deficit down. 3 ball from the left wing runs off. Good defense by the Knights to get back. A bit of a force.
Yeah, lots of quick threes so far this half.
Rich the other way, and Williams hangs and scores. Bryce Williams cuts the lead to 7, 37-30.
Someone's going to need to get going for Ryken, and I think if you're the coach, you're hoping that could be Bryce Williams.
Here's Kearney up top. Guarded by Spencer. Shot clock at 13. Kearney again sized up by Spencer. Rich, power dribble off the window. Good defense, straight up Miller with the rebound. And again, cut this lead down to 4.
I'd like to see Ryken involve the big fella here a little bit.
Williams. Shot clock at 10. There's Miller. Guarded by Rich, going left. Doubled. Strong move and a whistle as Spencer's going to shoot 2 free throws.
Yeah, Spencer's a guy that could dunk on you down there, but that time he gets the foul drawn, heads to the line.
So all of a sudden, Saints can trim this lead to 5 with these free throws.
I think this really fast pace of play that's going on here benefits the Knights a lot more than the Saints. I think the Saints have been benefiting from a nice controlled offense in the half court and getting to the line, but you don't really see much of that right now. It's a lot of quick threes, turnovers. It's just not going their way so far.
And you don't want to be Captain Obvious, but when you can't make shots, you can't set up your defense.
Yeah.
37-31, so 1 of 2 for Spencer. Kearney guarded by Miller. Man-to-man defense. Knights have definitely tightened up that D in the second half here. Rich guarded by Williams. 2-man game on the slip through. Tough shot, can't get it to go, and the Knights control.
That was nice help defense there by Andre Spencer.
2-man game out top. Switched out Williams. Look out. Beautiful play, and he can't finish the lob. Put back. Nope. Sometimes those are the hardest shots to make when it's just a buttercup and Williams holding his head saying, I want that one back. But those 5-footers when you're just right there.
Yeah, or the fast break wide open layup that you miss.
Oh, yeah. We all remember those. 3.5 to play, third quarter. Now the Knights going a little full court zone defense. Quick 3 trigger, nope. And again, going cold in this quarter are the Saints. Williams.
Great pass.
Blackwell down low, finds a big fella with the left hand, and the lead is down to 4, 37-33. So we approach 3 minutes left, third quarter.
A little bit of a miscommunication going on right here.
St. Mary's of Annapolis really struggling to score the basketball here in this third quarter. Kearney going to try to answer. That's a big 3. He does. Pushes the lead back up to 7, 40-33. And they call timeout just to reset themselves, but he got a good look and he knocks it down.
I don't think Hyman was supposed to be on Kearney there. I think there's a little bit of a miscue going on in the defense. Led to that wide open basket. And Kearney is not going to miss that very often.
So just when St. Mary's Ryken had cut that lead down to 4, Saints answer with the big 3, call a timeout to set up their defense.
Yeah, it seems like Kearney's kind of been their answer so far. Every time that the Knights go on a run, it seems like he hits a 3, already with 3 of those 3s. He has 3 games this season with at least 3 threes, and you know, it's only the third quarter, so there might be more.
So Ryken out of the timeout with possession. A 1-2-1-1 zone, full court press. We'll try to attack it. Fall back into the zone. This is what gave the Knights a lot of trouble in that second quarter. 2:30 left here, third quarter. Arthur Riggs is checked in now to Williams. They lost it. 3-on-3 the other way. Oh, nice. Beautiful crossover dribble. There's a 3 ball from the right wing that runs off. Nice chance to tap it. And they get a late whistle as Kearney's going to shoot 2 free throws. But I love that effort by the freshman Hobson to keep it alive with the volleyball.
Yeah, Hobson's good. He's very crafty with the ball, quick. He hasn't really gotten to that 3-point shot, but you know, if he gets some opportunities, he can knock them down from deep, off the dribble, contested, and sometimes they'll even draw up some plays for him.
Kearney with that good-looking stroke knocks down the first. I can push the lead back up to, no, doesn't.
His shot seems very effortless.
Yeah, it's very smooth.
Nice little flick.
Again, that zone defense. Coming up on 2 to play here in the third, and that's turned over. Got numbers if they want.
Yeah, a bit of a slow pass there. Blackwell was wide open.
Knocks it in as Johnson scores. And now a timeout called by St. Mary's Ryken as the lead is back up to 10.
Yeah, Agent G there forces the timeout.
Good thing he didn't get the foul called on the Knights. May have been a reach in, but they let him play. So again, it's when the Saints make a basket and are able to set up their zone defense, full court, the Knights have not figured that out yet.
Yeah, the Knights are really struggling in the half court. They like to play with pace, and those three-pointers aren't really knocking down for them, so they're a little bit limited here on offense. I think you want to see Blackwell and Holden get a little more hot. They both have only one bucket, and those are probably their primary guys throughout the season, I think.
So out of the timeout, it will be the Knights basketball trailing by 10.
Yeah, we'll see what they go to. I think they should continue to try and hammer it down to the big guy, and then that could maybe even create some open threes that would be a little easier for the Knights players to knock down.
St. Mary's of Annapolis setting up in that full court zone defense again. They're not necessarily looking for the turnover. They're just trying to create a little bit of disturbance and confusion offensively, and that's worked here.
Big mismatch down there, too, if you can see it.
Yeah, big fella. Blackwell. Spencer, tough floater. Can't get it to go.
Needs a little more arc on that one.
Kearney with it against Spencer. Rich, guarded by Williams, and they got a reach-in foul. Sideline left, right. Ten-point lead and the basketball for the Saints. Shot clock at 10. Rich picks up his dribble. Now off to Johnson. Always going to pull the trigger from way out beyond, and he knocks it in. It's a big three. Back up to 13. Yeah. 46-33. Momentum has quickly swung back to the Saints as we're under a minute left here for third quarter. Miller, who's been quiet here in the third. Let's see if he can rise up and hit a three. He does. He answers the call.
Wow. It's a good sign for the Knights there. Got a three-pointer knockdown. I think that might be their first three of the game, actually.
Leads at 10. Johnson going left, tightly guarded. Trying to find Kearney. Shot clock at 10 now. Rich. Between the wickets. Good defense. Snatched away. 3-on-2 the other way. Sees a secondary break for three. Bit of a force. They got numbers if they look up. We got a double dribble. I didn't see that, but
yeah, I didn't either. Refs might have bailed out the Knights there.
So 12.7 seconds left. Third quarter. The Knights can hold for one.
I think it was a 3-on-0 down there on the other side, too.
I think Blackwell would have loved to have brought it back out. But they do have possession. Williams with the basketball. 7 to play third quarter. Got to go against the man-to-man defense. Williams going left. Got a space. Got the layup. And the follow is good. It's a big bucket to head into the fourth with some momentum for the Knights.
Yeah, it's the second basket there for the big man in that quarter, but he's only gotten 2 shots. So, again, I think whether it's long rebounds and him getting the offensive board or them looking for him down in the paint, he's got some mismatches. I think you want to try and get around the rim more. Those threes aren't necessarily knocking down the way you might hope they would.
1 quarter to go, and we wanted to remind you why we're all here today. Pat Behan has been an inspiration to thousands of people across the country, and we encourage you to join his fight against ALS. You see the QR code in the upper right-hand corner. Snap that QR code and help Pat Behan fight ALS. That's why we're here today at the Behan Strong Invitational. St. John's College High School, Joe Gallagher Gymnasium. So we start the fourth quarter with Evan David, Frank Hanrahan. 46-38. St. Mary's has basically led this entire game. Can they hold on here in the fourth quarter? That's a big question mark. Final 8 minutes. Williams, who's had some big moments, and Johnson going at it. There's a three from Hobson. That's a big three to kick off the fourth quarter.
Don't let him get hot.
49-38. Back the other way. Miller will try to answer. That one comes off the mark. Right now there's a bit of a top on that basket. Kearney almost picked off. Rich got the step, draws the double team. Easy hangs. Easy can't get it to fall. And it's tracked down and controlled by Riggs. Riggs going right. Oh, it's flying through the lane, but he can't make the layup. 2-on-2 the other way. Johnson spinning, hanging. Blocked by Williams, but they got him with the hack. So 2 free throws coming up for Johnson.
Yeah, Saints back to the line. This was kind of their bread and butter in the first half. If they can get to the line more, they're going to completely control the tempo of the game.
So 2 free throws coming up. For the senior guard. He's had a good afternoon so far with some big shots. Leading the way for his Saints ball club. Chance to push this lead back up to 13. Cannot, in and out. Ooh, careful. Oh, he did step out of bounds. It was like if they missed that one, that was the right call. Williams stepping on the baseline.
Yeah, that's not good for the Knights. We were hoping you could try and get back into this one, and that's rough for your team.
Shot clock at 20. Too easy, down low for Easy, and he scores. Somehow got the angle and the easy layup, and all of a sudden this lead is back up to 14. So the Knights are in deep trouble against this zone. They just have not figured out how to play against this zone.
Yeah, you know, the zone's really good against teams that can't really shoot the 3-ball, and when they first got into this zone, I was a little worried for the Saints, but Knights have not been able to knock it down.
Reach in on the layup, so 2 free throws coming up, 6:37 left, fourth quarter. Trying to get back into this game with some free throws. Can almost tell by the way he was bouncing it. Didn't look too confident.
No.
Yeah. The art of the free throw, man. It is something. It's so mental, right?
Yeah, and shooting them in practice
is a little different.
So much different than when you're tired. And
yep. Can't convert. Almost got his own rebound. Who's it off of? That's a tough one. They'll say it's Saints basketball.
Wow, they take the big man out of the game.
Full court pressure. Knights have got to try to create some turnovers, trailing by 14. Miller guarding Johnson. Off to Hobson. Shot clock at 13. They don't have to rush anything, up by double digits. 7. Johnson to shoot. Pull up. 3. Left wing. Nope. Hobson amongst the trees, and that's off of the Knights. Shot clock reset to 20.
Great hustle there from Hobson. Completely created this new possession for them with that offensive rebound attempt.
Williams will check back in for Riggs. Now the timeout, Kearney. Going baseline, cut off. Kick out, Hobson, a triple, short. And Spencer gathers the ball. You feel like if they're going to make a run right now, it's got to be here for the Knights, trailing by 14. Spencer gliding through, throws it up, got it to go.
Wow.
Tough shot.
Nice touch there.
52-40. Again, if you're the Saints, you're going to work down that shot clock. There's no need to jack up shots early. 10 to shoot for Johnson. Going left. Draws the double. The step through. The floater. Nope. They got numbers if they see it. 2-on-1. Oh, that may have been a double. Pull up triple. Got it.
Wow.
Down to 9, 52-43. That's a big three.
Holden, that's his second shot of the night.
Gavin Holden knocking into three. Johnson, Kearney, he's going to try to answer with the three of his own. Nope. And again, you don't need to jack shots so early in the shot clock. And Williams the other way got fouled. And just like that, still plenty of time for the Knights. Only down by 9.
Yeah, the pace is picked up here. You just talked about that quick shot led right to a foul here on the other end.
Holden with that big three trims the lead down to 9. Zone defense, a 2-3 by the Saints. Williams with 15 on the shot clock. Miller. That's a big three right here from Williams. He glassed it in.
Oh.
No, he didn't. That trajectory was, you could see it from up here.
Yeah. Rim might have been a little too bouncy.
Rich
Wow.
got +1.
That is not what you want to see if you're the Knights.
From the missed three to the three-point opportunity the other way. It's a strong move by Rich. Drew the contact. Still maintains his balance and scores off the glass. And the lead's back up to 11. Converts a three-point play. It's up to 12. And the Saints call a timeout. Coach Trey Quinn gathering his crew to probably just remind them, all right, guys, we've got a double-digit lead. When we have possession, we can slow it down.
Yeah, and
We don't have to force anything.
This timeout's good, too, I think, if you're the Saints. It forces the Knights to have a whole possession of a half-court offense, and we've seen that they're pretty uncomfortable with that, so we'll see what the coach for Ryken can draw up right here.
Yeah, if you're the Knights, you got to start hitting some threes, get some turnovers. Sometimes it's not that complicated. Just make shots and play defense. Force some turnovers. Right.
Yeah, I think that's going to be a big thing for them. Can they speed up the pace again?
Yeah.
Every time the pace in this game has been fast, I feel like the Knights have been in control. But they kind of take their foot off the pedal a little bit, and then the Saints get in control again, get to the line, knock down a three, and then I don't know. It just seems like the Knights can't really get anything going.
4:27 left in the fourth quarter. First game of the Behan Strong Invitational. St. Mary's out of Annapolis in the blue. St. Mary's Ryken from Leonardtown in the white with possession. Down by 12. Miller spinning, tough lay-in, can't get it to fall down. Ball's loose. Spencer can't get that one to go either, and Cerny looks up, nice pass ahead. Breakout for the layup, careful, and he lays it in and scores for Bieberich. And the lead's pumped up to 14. Miller again. Oh, nice step through. Cuts the lead down to 12, going full court pressure, trying to get a turnover. Johnson to Kearney. Oh, Bieberich for three. In and out.
He's had a few of those in and outs here now, I think.
Oh, what a save.
Wow.
What a save. 2-on-1, Hobson. And he got whistled for a foul on Williams with 3:14 left here in the fourth quarter. Johnson to inbound. Nice play. They got some nice inbounds plays.
Yeah.
That's another layup off the inbounds.
Good.
And we got a timeout by St. Mary's Ryken, which gives us a chance to thank our technical crew today, all giving their time to support this great cause. We got Patrick Vuk on camera, Damar Gordon, Tommy Davis, and our director Luke David here this afternoon. But yeah, beautiful play off the inbounds. Just very simple play and converted. And it's a 14-point lead.
Wide open there for Kearney. That takes him to, I think, 11 points on the day. He's having a pretty good day. Him and Gavin Johnson are kind of carrying the load here for the Saints.
So the Knights really have one more run in them if they're going to make this interesting, down by 14.
Yeah, you're going to need some turnovers here, though. Sure.
St. Mary's going right back to that full court zone defense. Again, not necessarily looking for turnovers, just to slow down the Knights, which they have done pretty much all day. Against that zone look again. Riggs gets it across the timeline, under 3 to play, fourth quarter. Saints in a 2-3 zone look. Williams. Riggs doubled. Shot clock's at 8. Time ticking. Riggs thinking about the 3. Lost his balance. He's in trouble. Almost throws it away. Shot clock's at 1. They're not going to get it off. Good defensive stand by the Saints. And the Knights continue to be frustrated by that zone defense.
Yeah, that is not what you want if you're the Knights. You at least try and get some sort of shot up.
59-45. Knights going to try to get some turnovers. Numbers. Look out, lob. Easy off the jump tip is good. And that probably will seal the deal. 16-point lead, 2:20 left. Williams.
Sloppy pass.
Yeah, it's unraveling now. Another timeout called. 2:15 left, fourth quarter, and the Saints can feel the victory is in their grasp.
This has kind of been a coaching masterclass here by Trey Quinn. I mean, he never really gave the opportunity for the Knights to get into what they wanted to do and speed up the pace of the game. I think that full court zone press, I was a little skeptical at the beginning because of how short their bench was, but it's really paid off.
Yeah.
And they've completely controlled the tempo of this game.
Yeah, the Knights just could never figure out that the zone defense. They just were flummoxed.
Yeah, tough day shooting too.
Yeah, just 45 points. That's going to hurt. So if you're the Saints here with the basketball, 2:15, you just got to be patient. Don't force anything. Time is clearly on your side. Rich will inbound, full court pressure again by the Knights. Looking for Kearney off the curl, gets it. Nice job to break the press. Get it to your ball handler, Johnson, guarded by Riggs. Just going to get over the timeline. Watch out for the double. Finds it to Kearney. Rich, another lob to Easy. They didn't have to do that, although they get him with the undercut. And even then, you still got 14 seconds on the shot clock. I think you just try to milk as much time as you can. But Easy's going to go to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, that lob also kind of seemed like it was intended for LeBron. A little high up there.
Plus, you don't want to get your players hurt.
Yeah.
Oh, good. So just under 2 minutes left regulation. Easy, can't get the first one. Got a good one coming up next. Episcopal and Jackson Reed. Second game of the Behan Strong Invitational. 1 of 2, 62-45. triple. Holden can't get it to fall down. Riggs got the rebound. And now we're just playing it out with the 17-point lead. The defense has really been suffocating and confusing and turned over. Oh, I thought it was turned over by the Knights, but it was not. Saints got the last touch.
I think the Knights are going a little bit away from their game. There were two, I know the game's almost over, but it seems like throughout this game there's been a lot of wide open shots that they would normally shoot, but they've been cold, so they're going away from those.
1:25 remaining as this one will be in the book soon. 17-point advantage for the Saints. Johnson's had a very solid game with possession. Off to Michael Bork, who just checked in. Rich rising for the lay-in. No, Easy got the rebound. Goes up, and he got fouled. He's going to shoot two.
Easy's done a good job getting to the line today. I think this might be his fourth trip. And even with that one-handed shot, he's been decently consistent at knocking him down.
One more coming for the big fella. It's the largest lead of the game, 18 points. With just over a minute left. Makes them both, and he'll get replaced. Good afternoon for Easy as Mason Susi checks in. 19-point lead, 1 minute left. And this is just going to play itself out here. Miller off the glass. And a whistle, so 2 free throws coming up. That's the other thing, too. If you're the Saints, last thing you want to do is foul. Just play straight up.
Yeah, there's not really much chance of them coming back into this game, and I think you let them have that instead of continuing this game. Miller's done a good job today, though, at getting to the rack. He has the Knights' only 3 today, and he's overall been a pretty good impact for them.
64-47, under a minute left. Shot clock's at 20. Rich traveled with the basketball, turned over. One of the rare turnovers by the Saints today. Did a nice job of holding on to the basketball today. Deep three from way out. Nope. And that should just about do it with the shot clock turned off.
Yeah, number 2, Landon Posey, he's normally a bit of a microwave for them, getting hot, but not much production from him today.
So the Saints will just hold it out here with a 17-point lead. Coming up next at 4 o'clock, Episcopal versus Jackson Reed. As the Behan Strong Invitational continues. 5:45, Gonzaga and Bullis. And at 7:30, Paul VI versus St. John's. St. Mary's gets the victory, 64-47 over the St. Mary's Ryken Knights from Leonardtown. Evan, final thoughts on this contest?
I think the Knights put up a good effort getting back into the game at certain points, speeding it up, but they went away from their own game plan that they've been using all season, I think, and that full court zone press was just suffocating for them, and they really couldn't get a rhythm going at all. So good job by the Saints, and your big standout performers were Kearney and Gavin Johnson, Agent G. And, they just did a good job. And they didn't really have to shoot that many threes and
Yeah.
make that many threes, which is kind of their bread and butter.
As we see, Johnson just got, I think, the player of the game.
Oh, wow.
Big T-shirt for him. Again, our final score, St. Mary's, the Saints knock off St. Mary's Ryken 64-47. First game of 4 in this Behan Strong Invitational from St. John's College High School. So coming up next, we've got Episcopal and Jackson Reed. That is at 4 o'clock. For Evan David, Frank Hanrahan saying so long for now. Join us again at 4 o'clock for our next contest, Jackson Reed and Episcopal from the Behan Strong Invitational. Have yourself a great time. We'll see you soon.